Hi everyone, Rashi here from Stretch and Flow. I'm going to take you through a 20-minute or so heart opening flow, series of postures just designed to open the heart and perhaps start to listen to that inner voice telling you what your heart and your soul is really saying to you. So turning the volume down of the noise from the world and really tuning in to the volume of your own heart. The heart is one of my favourite subjects, and let's practice together. So you just need your mat, water bottle. You don't really need any props. If you have them, feel free to use them, but otherwise you just need your mat and yourself and an open mind. So let's start by coming into a seated posture. Let the sit bones ground. You might want to just jiggle around a little bit, find that sweet spot. Shut the eyes down if it feels comfortable for you. Or just take a gaze down at your mat. Start to soften through the body. You might even just want to tip the head to one side and then the other. Just noticing any tension in the neck. And then bring the head back to neutral. Keep the eye gaze either shut or that gaze down at the mat. Notice the breath in. Notice the breath out. As you inhale, just notice a little upliftment through the crown of the head. As you exhale, perhaps notice the settling down of the sit bones as they press into the mat a little bit firmer. A few more rounds of breath, just simply noticing, not trying to get anywhere or work anything out, just simply being totally present. Perhaps just be curious when I say the phrase to you, especially if you're going through a difficult or challenging time, that the best is yet to come. Can you believe that the best is yet to come? Or even just simply declare that the rest of your life will be the best of your life. Take a deep inhale in through the nose, a big sigh out the mouth. Soften through the shoulders, lift up through the crown of the head. On the inhale, just peel the shoulders back. So almost like you're taking a back bend, shining the heart out. The gaze can be up. On the inhale, reach the arms up. And on the exhale, peeling the shoulders back and turning the gaze up. Inhale, the arms reach up, the spine comes back to neutral, the gaze can be up or down at the mat. And on the exhale, opening the heart and gazing up. One more, breathing in to reach up and breathing out to peel the shoulders back and take a back bend. Inhale, reach the arms up. This time as you exhale, make a pistol grip, engage the core like you're scooping the belly in and pulling the arms in front of you. Inhale to reach up, perhaps add a gentle back bend at the top, bringing the fingertips over the head. And as you exhale, engaging the core, scooping the belly in as the arms pull away. Keep the gaze down. One more. Breathing in to reach up and over. And then letting the breath go. Inhale, the arms reach up. As you exhale, take a swan dive down to your mat. Make your way onto all fours, either kicking the ankles out to the side or rolling over the ankles. Once you're there, come onto all fours, flatten off the feet, and take a gentle rotation of the hips. One way. Just taking your time, just being curious, exploring which parts of the body might be feeling a little bit tense. Notice the breath. Once you've finished that circle, just flip it round the other way. And perhaps we need to be willing to get rid of the life that we plan so we can have the life that is actually waiting for us. Once you finish that circle, coming back to a neutral spine, soften the gaze down, soften through the shoulders. Take 3 cat-cow curls. Inhaling in, the waist goes back as the gaze goes up. As you exhale, rounding and arching. 2 more. Breathing in, feeling the stretch across the heart and the front of the body. And then letting the breath go. 1 more. Inhaling. And exhaling. Back to a neutral spine. Keep the knees grounded. Just walk the hands back towards the knees. Press into the tops of the feet. Once you feel stable, breathe the arms up. Take a big breath in. Reach back with the fingertips, opening the heart. And on the breath out, sweep the body forward as the arms reach back. Inhaling, you're peeling the arms up, taking a back bend. And as you exhale, arms back as the body sweeps forward, squeezing the shoulder blades. 2 more. Breathing in, absorb that breath as you reach up and over. And then letting the breath go. 1 more. Inhale to reach up and over. Exhale to sweep back. This time on the inhale, reach the arms up, take a big breath in. As you breathe out, sweep the hands to the lower back, like you're catching your hips. So round about the kidney area. Soften through the shoulders, focus your gaze. Take a breath in, lengthen through the crown of the head. As you breathe out, you're using your hands to support you as you just lean back and tilt the heart open. Inhaling and exhaling. Those of you that want to take it further, you can walk the hands back down the legs onto the ankles if you want, or the heels. If you're taking this pose, just be careful to come out. You're squeezing the thighs together and pushing yourself up, tucking the chin in towards the chest. Hold it for 1 more breath, whichever pose you've taken. If you're in full camel, squeeze the thighs, tuck the chin into the chest and come out. Neutralize the spine, bring the arms up, take a big breath in. As you breathe out, take a swan dive down to your mat. Walk the hands into puppy pose. So palms to the edges of the mat, chest towards the mat, hips towards the ceiling. Let's take 5 breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Know that your present situation is not your final destination. It's not the end of your story. The best is yet to come. 1 more breath. And then gently walking the hands back, coming back onto all fours. Dig the toes in. Come into downward facing dog. If that's not nourishing for you, just stay on all fours. If you're in downward facing dog, bending the knees, pushing the upper body back towards the thigh. Gaze is at the navel. Feel the stretch in the arms and the spine. Just shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Release any tension. Perhaps a gentle rock of the hips from side to side. 1 more breath. Inhale the heels, come up, come onto your tippy toes. As you exhale, take a little walk up towards your palms. Take a moment in ragdoll here, either with the arms just hanging, swinging from side to side, or interlacing opposite palms to opposite elbows. Crown of the head towards the mat. The upper body heavy. Bend the knees if you need to. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. Inhaling and exhaling. 1 more breath. On the inhale, reach the arms up all the way to standing. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, bring your hands to your heart space. Empty the breath completely. Inhale, reaching up and over, taking that back bend. As you exhale, take a swan dive to your mat. Bend the knees if you need to. A halfway lift, a nice flat back. And as you exhale, place the hands on the mat. Step back onto all fours. Take 1 cat-cow curl here. Inhaling in as the waist goes back and the gaze goes up. And as you exhale, rounding and arching. Back to a neutral spine, dig the toes in, come into downward facing dog again, or stay on all fours. Pedal out the knee. Take a breath in. Let the breath go. On your next inhale, lifting the heels up, coming onto the tippy toes. On your exhale, taking a glance up towards your palms. Come up to the top of the mat again, hang in ragdoll. Take a breath in, let the breath go. This time split the feet to mat distance so they're a little bit wider than hip width. Press into the mat with the feet, engage the legs by hugging the inner thighs together. Engage the core, bringing belly button to spine, and then start to come up nice and slowly. The crown of the head is the last thing to come up, all the way to standing, peeling the shoulders back. On the inhale, shoulders up towards the ears. On the exhale, take a rotation one way, it doesn't matter which. Breathing in, shoulders up to ears. Exhaling, taking the rotation one more the same way. Inhale and exhale. Take a moment in neutral and inhale in and exhale out. And then rotate the shoulders for 3 rotations the other way. So inhaling in, as you exhale, just rotating the shoulders the other way. Keep the feet grounded. Breathing in and breathing out. One more. Inhaling and exhaling. On the next inhale, reach the arms up. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, cactus arms and come into your squat. So knees out to the side, the tailbone's heavy. The palms are facing up and it's like you're squeezing the shoulder blades together. The elbows are bent. Gaze can be up if there's no tension or healing in the neck. Use your leg strength and your core to push yourself up. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, coming down again, open the heart as you gaze up. One more. Inhale, pushing up. Exhale, squatting down. Cactus arms, squeezing the shoulder blades. Inhale, come back up to standing. As you exhale, bring the hands to your heart space. Scoot the feet so that they're now roughly hip width distance. Just bring the arms down to your side. Take a gentle rock backwards and forwards. Regulate the breath if you need to. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. Perhaps every single thing that has ever happened in your life is preparing you for that moment that is yet to come. On the next inhale, reach the arms up. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, bring your hands to your heart space first. We're taking a mudra. It's lotus or unconditional love. You bring the little fingers together and the thumbs together, and then you spread the other fingers wide, so the heels of the palms are together. Bring it to your heart space. Focus your gaze on one spot. Press into the mat with the left foot. Reach the right knee up. So your version of tree pose, you can either come into a balance below or above the knee. Some of you may want to take that deep hip stretch into the opposite hip. And for some of you, just simple grounding may be what you need. So come into the posture that you need. Bring the mudra to your heart space. We're inhaling, exhaling. Keeping that gaze at one spot, softening through the facial features and the jawline. Let's start to bring the mudra all the way above the crown of the head. The gaze can go up if you're wanting a challenge to your balance. Unconditional love all the way reaching up. And as you bring it back down, let it pour on top of you. Do you give yourself unconditional love? Just be curious. Bringing it to your heart space. Releasing the right knee up. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, bring the 2 big toes together. Inhale, the arms reach up, add a little back bend, shining the heart open. As you exhale, bend the knees, squeeze them together, float to the right. Inhale, you're reaching up again, taking that gentle back bend. As you exhale, knees bend, floating to the left. One more on each side, inhaling to rise up and over. As you exhale to the one side, inhaling to come up and over. As you exhale to the other side, inhale, the arms reach up. As you exhale, bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, to your heart space. Soften your gaze, focus your mind. This time the left knee's coming up, your version of tree, whether it's a balance, a deep hip stretch, or grounding. Let your eye gaze just soften onto one spot. Push the right foot into the mat, and then let's start to bring the arms overhead, lengthening through the spine, relaxing the jaw, a deep inhale and an exhale. Notice your breath, another breath in to lengthen. As you exhale, bring your hands to your heart space. Release the left knee, and then just drop the foot down. On the inhale, let's gather up the goodness. On the exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips back, pushing goodness to those around you. On the inhale, hinging from the hips, gathering up the goodness in your palms, follow your eye gaze with the palms. And then as you exhale, your own body resistance, letting that goodness fall on top of you. Let's do one more round. Inhale, the goodness up. Exhale, softening the knees, pushing the goodness to those around you. Inhale, hinging from the hips, bending the knees as much as you need to, reaching forward and then gathering it all above the crown of the head. And as you exhale, just letting it come all on top of you. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale to your heart space, empty the breath completely. Inhale, reaching up and over. As you exhale, take a swan dive to your mat, empty the breath. A halfway lift, a nice flat back. And as you exhale, placing your hands down on the mat, let the knees follow, swing the ankles to the side. Lowering yourself down, letting the spine and the shoulders rest on the mat. The feet are roughly hip width apart, the arms down by your side. Soften the shoulders and spine into the mat. Just notice the next inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, pressing into the palms and the feet, engaging the glutes, lifting the hips up for bridge pose. You can either just stay here or interlace the fingers at the base of the spine, pressing the knuckles into the mat, rolling the shoulder blades under, and perhaps shining the heart open a little bit more. If not, just keep the hands down by your side. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. Engage the glute muscles, push the hips up a little bit higher. And then gently releasing the fingers from underneath the body, rolling the shoulder blades under. Everybody inhale, push the hips up a little higher. As you exhale, come down with control, vertebra by vertebra, landing the spine down, letting the sit bones follow, relaxing the glutes. Bring the knees in for a squeeze, a gentle rock from side to side. And then very gently, when you're ready, lowering the legs down onto the mat completely, perhaps taking a full body stretch here. A deep inhale in, exhale out. Come into the final resting pose. Just letting the body rest. If you want, if you have a cushion, you want to place it under the knees, go ahead, or a bolster. And I'll let you rest for a little while, and then I'll guide you out through. the practice. So just for now, allow the body to rest, allow the mind to rest. If the mind gets busy, focus on the breath. Know that perhaps there are far better things ahead than what we have left behind. Let the body soften into this pose. Simple inhalation and simple exhalation. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. Allow the body to soften, and I'll guide you out of the practice when the time's ready.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change. And in the bad times I fear myself. I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never meet the ground. Crash to the surface when it can't hurt us. Far from the shallow now. In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow, far from the shallow.
Quality of your mind and the quality of your breath. Feel free to stay here if you want to finish your practice lying down. If you're wanting to make the transition over to one side in a little fetal posture, just mindfully when you're ready make that transition now. Otherwise just stay where you are. Let's take a pause here. The best is yet to come. Say goodbye to what no longer serves you. Let life reward you with a new hello. The best is yet to come. If you lost it, it's because you're meant to. Find something better. Trust, let go, and make room for what's coming. If you're coming into a seated posture, make your way there mindfully, letting the sit bones settle, lifting up through the crown of the head, but softening through the shoulders. Trying to keep that eye gaze within you. If you're lying down, simply stay where you are. If you're seated, let's inhale the arms up, reaching up. As you exhale, bringing them to your heart space as you empty the breath, perhaps taking a little bow towards your fingertips. If you're lying down, perhaps you may want to place your hands over your heart space. And as we finish, let your mind contemplate on this. Maybe your prayers and dreams are answered in 3 ways. Yes, because you deserve it. No, because you deserve better. And not yet, because the best is yet to come. The divine in me honours the divine in you. Namaste.
We hope you've enjoyed this heart-opening class with Rashi. Please don't forget to subscribe to her channel for more Stretch and Flow.